Photoshop CS6 pop art tutorial. So get your picture, come up to image, click mode and change it to grayscale. Click discard. Now you're then going to click on your duplicate layer and duplicate the layer. Now I'm going to quickly name these as well. I'm going to call the bottom one face, top one hair. Now first of all, hair. I'm going to come up to image again, click on adjustments and click levels, and you're going to play around with these settings here until you get the hair with a nice contrast and effect of black and white. Let's see, so about there, that looks okay. So we're going to OK that. Next, I'm going to hide that top layer and click on face. And do the same thing again. Come up, image adjustments, change the levels. And this time, again, you want to make sure you get a contrast between the light and the dark of our body. Now you need to make sure as well that the eyes are lightened up as well as the lips, because we're going to be using those later on. So pull and push just a bit around until you catch a nice contrast. So there we go, we've got, it's a bit too light, too dark even. There we go, that's looking fine, so we're going to OK that. Now if we look at our style, let's see, that looks okay. So first thing to do is click on the hair layer and we're going to duplicate that layer. Click OK. Now let's change back to our RGB color. Image. Oh, and don't merge. Make sure you click that. And then what we're going to do is create a new layer. And we're going to call this background. I'm going to come over to our colour, pick a nice orange, OK that, use the paintbrush, drop the orange in there, and then pull the background colour down underneath hair copy. So now we're going to click on hair copy, click down here onto image masks, and then come up here and click image adjustments and invert, and that will give us that effect there. So what we want to do now is reduce the opacity of the background layer that we've got, and that way we can start to actually see the hair again. And you're going to click on the black layer here and get your paintbrush, make sure it's set to 100, click a nice good size there, and just start to colour in over where the hair is. So there we go, coloured around all our hair. Now the next thing you want to do is click on the magic wand tool and click on the layer again, just on this section here, and then hold down the control and click, and that will select all of the hair that we've just outlined. Now if you come back over to this part, you can then change your colour. Let's come up here to change the colour, and let's get a nice darkish yellow. And if you click the paintbrush now and start to colour in, you'll see that you are unable to go outside the lines. You can just increase the brush size there and just quickly do this. Here we go. So there we go. And if we now come up to our blend and click multiply, you see that we get a nice effect sort of coming through the hair. Now you can take a bit more time when you're doing this as well, and just make sure that you zoom into the areas that you need, round about these areas here, if you want to get it more accurate. I'm just doing this as quick as possible so you can see how it's done. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come down to face, and we're going to click duplicate layer here and click OK, and then we're going to take the face copy and pull it up to the top here, and pull the background layer up as well. And then we're going to click on the face layer and create a mask, and then come up and click image, adjustments and invert, and that gives us this outline again. So that's perfect. We're going to come over, pick up the brush and just go round our face with the brush, and the face, down on the body, and there we go. So the same again, we're going to come up to the magic wand tool, holding down the control button, click on the mask, and that selects our area there, and then we'll come on to the section here and come down to the colour and pick out our colour. I'm going to use quite a light pink, there we go, for the body. Take the brush and we're just going to colour over. Again, you can spend a bit more time being accurate. So up to here and up to multiply again, and that will give us this nice colour here. So there we go, we've got that looks good. So now what we want to do is create a new layer, and we're going to now just colour in the eyes and also the mouth area as well. So I'm going to remove the layer here, just so we can see exactly what we're dealing with. Right, so yeah, come down to the hair layer, and all you're going to do is take the eraser tool and come over to our eyes and click around there, and also our lips as well, just to highlight the eyes up. So there we go. And then if you come back to your top layer, layer 1, we can then click on the colour tool and we can pick out a nice blue. Let's pick out a nice light blue, that'll do. Pick on the brush tool, make sure the brush is nice and small, and just do a nice highlight over our eye here. And then come down again and click on the red and just zoom into our lips here, and just go round our lips. There we go. And if we zoom out, we can then come up to our blend and choose multiply, and as you can see, that gives us a nice blend through with the colour there. Oh, there we go. So last thing to do is we just need to pull in our background. So we're going to change the opacity of the background. That does that. And then we're going to pull the background down here, down to the bottom, and then all we need to do is, oh, not to the bottom, we should be, in fact let's keep it there just now. Let's go through each of the layers here, the face and the hair, and if you use the magic wand tool you can click again to highlight this area, come down to where the background is and hit delete there, and that deletes the section from the background. And do the same again for the hair, so highlighting it with the magic wand tool, holding down control, clicking on the background and hitting delete. And then if we pull the background up, there we go, we get the look that we're after. Let's see, we've still got this bit that's showing up dark, so the way that we get round that is just take the eraser tool here and just rub out our area around here. There we go. Now as you can see, we can see where we should be adding more detail in, so if we come back to the skin and the ears, we can click on the pink layer here, come back and take the colour, spend a bit more time making that a bit more accurate. And just colouring that in properly. Oh. Is that not colouring in? Hold on. Okay, the reason why it wasn't colouring in was that I hadn't clicked on the mask and removed the area with the paintbrush. So let's just do that. I'm just going to go round here, round the edge, and just see, remove that area, and then when we come back here, we can line that up much better there. So click on the layer mask, it gives you a lot more control, and then you can really sort of get quite accurate, much more accurate results. Click back onto the first area, and there. So again, you can just go around the picture, look for some of the layers that contrast over. There's another bit there, so again just click on the mask. Make sure you rub that area out first, come over onto your picture, and then you can add the colour in, and you can really get quite accurate with that, and just take your time and go round. These bits here need to get fixed as well, so the same again. Here's a section with the hair, so if we come over here onto the hair and click on the mask, and again just make sure that we've got that rubbed out. Oh. Help if we take the right colour. So there we go, and we can start to colour that in. Start to colour that in there. Come round and do this top bit as well. But I've just done this quick just so you can see and get a brief outline of what it is that we're doing. But there you go, that's how you create a quick pop art style with Lady Gaga.